Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive on Teri Garr,
Yeah.
who just recently passed away, and she's somebody who I've always enjoyed
Yeah.
watching. I mean, she was just really funny,
Really funny.
and so we're going to be looking at some excerpts from her obituary, and really trying to figure out
Yeah.
what made her comedic style so special.
Yeah, it's really interesting to think about how she kind of carved out this niche for herself, where she was reacting to these men who were behaving really strangely.
Yeah, and it's funny because when you start listing off some of those movies, you've got Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Right.
You've got, oh God, you've got Tootsie.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, like, what was in the water?
Oh, what?
What was going on?
I mean, you build a replica of Devil's Tower in your living room. What is happening?
Exactly. And she's reacting to this with this incredible blend of exasperation, but then also,
Yeah.
like you said, fondness for these characters. Like
Yep.
she brings this real warmth and humanity to them, even though they're
Yeah.
acting so strangely.
Yeah, she really is like the voice of reason in this world that's gone mad.
Right.
And, the obituary talks about her little girl voice and her deadpan comic timing.
Yeah.
And I feel like those were the weapons that she used against this onslaught of craziness that she had to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. And I think especially that deadpan delivery, when it's paired with her incredibly expressive eyes,
Yes.
it creates this wonderful tension where you can really see the wheels turning as
Yeah.
she's processing the absurdity of what's happening around her.
Yeah. And, you mentioned the eyes. And I think that is something that is very specific to
Yeah.
her. And I think about like the scene in Tootsie where she realizes that Dustin Hoffman's character is
Yes.
Michael Dorsey. And it's just like that look of shock and betrayal and amusement all at the same time.
Yeah, and I think that really speaks to her larger comedic spiel. Thinking back to like the screwball comedies of the 30s and the 40s.
Right. You've got actresses like Carol Lombard who are so wonderful with this quick wit and this really physical style of comedy. And I think Teri Garr kind of took that energy and internalized it so that her reactions
Yes.
become these really layered performances that are just as funny, if not more so,
Right.
than any kind of slapstick routine.
Yeah, and it's like she's inviting the audience in to be in on the joke with her, right?
Right.
Like we're all experiencing this collective what is happening right now
Yeah,
moment.
exactly. And I think that creates a sense of camaraderie with the viewer where we're not just laughing at the situation or even at the characters,
Yeah.
we're laughing with Teri Garr.
Yeah.
And I think that's a much more engaging style of comedy.
Now, speaking of Tootsie, her Oscar-nominated performance
Yes.
in that movie really, I think, showcases her range.
Oh, absolutely. It is a little bit of a departure from her typical, reacting to craziness
Right.
type of role, although there's certainly an element of that in Tootsie as well.
There is, yeah, absolutely.
But we see her navigating a much more complex emotional arc in that film.
Yeah, she's not just the funny friend anymore.
Right.
She is the heartbroken lover. She's the confidant. She's the one who ultimately holds up the mirror
Yes.
to Michael Dorsey's deception.
Yeah. And she has that wonderful line, "I'd rather be a good woman than a bad man any day,"
Yes.
which I think really resonates outside of the context of the film itself. It really speaks to the challenges that women faced in Hollywood,
Right.
being forced into these really narrow roles.
And I think it makes you wonder if, her own experiences navigating Hollywood,
Yeah.
influenced her choices or how she chose to portray these women
Yeah.
that were having to deal with these really outsized personalities.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, her story doesn't end there. In her later years, she very courageously battled MS, which she made public in 2002.
Yeah, and that took so much strength,
Mhm.
and she really became an advocate
Mhm.
for, awareness and fundraising for research.
Yeah.
She really didn't shy away from these challenges.
Right. She faced them head on, just like so many of her characters did.
Exactly.
And I think what's really amazing is that she did that with so much grace and humor.
Yes.
Even when she was talking about really difficult things,
Right.
she found a way to make people laugh.
Right.
And I think that resilience, that ability to find the light in the darkness
Yes.
is incredibly inspiring.
Well, it's been a privilege kind of exploring her career with you today.
Yeah.
She gave us so many iconic roles.
Yeah.
She had such a unique comedic style. And then she also showed incredible courage and resilience in the face of her own personal struggles.
Yeah, she really reminds us that laughter can be a powerful tool even in the face of life's absurdities. And her story, both on and off screen,
Yes.
is such a testament to the strength of the human spirit.
So I would say go back, revisit some of those Teri Garr films,
Yes.
appreciate her comedic brilliance and her talent, and maybe even think about how her personal
Yeah.
journey shaped her artistry.
Great idea.
Thanks for joining us. Everybody, see you next time.
Bye.